Mr. Madam Speakers, there are two concepts I would like to clarify in today's debate. The first concept is representative democracy. We need people to do our jobs for us because we want to maximize utility and fairness, especially in the judiciary system where the complexity of law is extremely high in the modern society. Because the legal decisions affect the entities involved in it directly, we need representative democracy, especially in the judiciary system. Second concept is specialized education training. We need people like doctors, like judges, or even firefighters, because they are directly related to the basic welfare of the people. In order to protect and maximize such utility of the people, we need extremely severe and tough training education prior to becoming such professions. And that is why we believe that judges are necessary in the legal system. That is the reason why we believe that juries cannot do the job compared to judges in the current status quo. This is why we would like to oppose this motion. Now, before we go on any further, the government came up to the podium and dealt with some and talked about very interesting points. First of all, she said that debate judges first of all are ignorant of the issue before they come into courtroom. But ladies and gentlemen, debate judges are not selected randomly from a pool of just ordinary people. Debate judges have experience in debate in their profession. The same logic applies to judges in real life. They need to have prior knowledge and education and training in the legal profession before they have the license to practice law. And the basic problem of the government side was this. First of all their speeches was about undermining the complexity of the legal system. They said, if juries are educated for a few weeks before they go into courtrooms, they can make legal decisions as rational as judges, and it's even better for them because they're not biased. But they made a basic contradiction because we asked them, then why do you even need judges? And they said that because we need judges because they know the procedures. Then our answer is, if juries are so rational and they can learn stuff so fast, then why don't we just put in additional pool of ordinary people, who know the procedures? So what they said they made a basic contradiction in their cases by both undermining the complexity of the legal system, but then respecting it by saying that we still need judges. So we would like a clear answer from the government side, but they lost all their chances.
No, I said.
Forgot about it. Now, so before we go on to the main issues of today's debate, we would like to ask you again two very simple major questions. First of all, if jury can make rational decisions after 3 weeks of education, then why do we need law schools? Why do we need examinations? Why do we even need training to select such judges? The second question is, if these pool of juries are selected randomly from time to time, from a period of time, can we trust every citizen to make fair, rational decisions? We'd like to ask you to think about those questions when you go on to the main issues of today's debate. Now, there are two major issues in today's debate. First of all, is about objectivity, about the legal efficiency of the jury system. The second issue is about transparency, which policy can provide a more transparent environment for legal decisions. But without further ado, let's go into the first part of today's debate. So what the proposition talked about was basically 2 points. First was about diversity, second was about fairness. About diversity, all they basically said was because these are ordinary people selected randomly from the population, there's a high possibility that they're from a more diverse backgrounds, with more stories, with more diverse occupations, which means that they can have more diverse opinions. But ladies and gentlemen, even if we say that diversity is good, we can just put in more judges into the courtroom who are more educated, so we can both maximize utility and maximize diversity of opinions by selecting judges, because judges aren't replicas of each other. Judges also have diverse stories. They are also from diverse backgrounds. Not all judges come from rich fathers or from corporate executives. There are judges who are from poor backgrounds, who are from minority. We say that those cases we can maximize diversity, utility, and fairness as well. But the second point they talked about was about fairness. We get to make decisions by ourselves. We see that, again, direct involvement isn't always good because of the basic principle of representative democracy. We say that in cases we need to choose representatives to do jobs for us. And in this case, because of the complexity of the legal system, we need these judges to do the jobs for them, and juries cannot do jobs as efficiently as the judges. So in the end, the argument of objectivity was about, first of all, juries are less educated than the judges, obviously. Second, they're more subjective to emotion or to the arguments or debates presented by lawyers, as we can see in the cases of Samsung versus Apple, or in the cases of O.J. Simpson, where the jury is persuaded by the pretty words of the lawyers on the defendant's side. Now, lastly, about court cases, not only about rationality, but again, it's about legal professionality, and this is the reason why we we have law school, why examinations, why we have systems evaluation to choose judges and to select them strictly. Now, without further ado, let's go into the second argument, or second issue of today's debate, which is about transparency. Again, all the proposition talked about in today's debate regarding to transparency is because juries are randomly selected, there is a less chance of bribery, and they can be more transparent. But ladies and gentlemen, judges undergo extremely tough evaluation education. Again, they have more to lose because their profession, their occupation depends on their legal decisions. If they make a bad, biased legal decision, they get penalized, as the proposition clarified for us in their speeches. Now, plus, we would like to ask you again the question, can you trust each citizen? Can you trust each citizen to have a moral responsibility over their legal decisions? But we're saying that because these people are selected randomly, because we choose not 20 people a year, but we choose hundreds of people to examine each cases, we see that there's a higher possibility of choosing less responsible citizens who are more subjected to bribery, who are more subjected to to be not less transparent. And that's the reason why we the juries are ineffective in this system. So in India, ladies and gentlemen, we win because we basically understood the legal system better. We believe that law must be objective. We believe that law is complex. And this is the reason why we need trained, educated professionals who are interested, who are qualified to deal with such matters. We say that these are pool of trained intellectuals. We can, if we want to solve the problem mentioned by the proposition, we can simply increase the number of judges put into courtrooms. For those reasons, we're proud to oppose. Thank you.
Thank you.